lights, camera, and action! I've had this clapperboard for a year now, and it's only now being used for something appropriately. Go figure. Welcome to our review time, folks. It is me, the director of Unnecessary and Special Projects. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what is with all this filmmaker stuff going on? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the subject for today is M. Night Shyamalan vs. Ed Wood by Epic Rap Battle Parodies. It's a battle between what many consider to be the worst film director of all time and a director who started off with such immense promise and then immediately lost it all. Funny thing about this battle is that it actually features 3 directors that would go on to appear in ERB's own filmmaker-based rap battle, Steven Spielberg vs. Alfred Hitchcock, just months later, that being Spielberg, Hitchcock, and Stanley Kubrick. But which one handles them much better? Let's find out. Well, actually, let me do this first, because I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of that today. Anyways, let us begin. Oh, sorry, I meant to say, and action! Did the announcer just throw up at the end of that? Oh, big rock bottle paradise! Okay, I like this background, but did we really need these wooden walls all around it? I get if you were trying to make it look like a set, but it doesn't look like that to me. It looks like he's standing in a box with the Hollywood backdrop pasted on that part of the wall. At least have some film lights and equipment scattered around it. Horses! M. Night Shyamalan! Oddly enough, this background for M. Night's looks more fake than the Ed Wood one. Like, I'm very certain those small white outlines around the grass aren't supposed to be visible, which is just a sign of poor keying. Then we look at the ground and it's just a flat grass texture that clearly is not in high quality. That being said, it isn't a bad background, but I like Ed Wood's better. As for the costumes, they're pretty solid, although Frenzies is just himself with no real changes, but hey, after all the blatant miscastings I've seen, at least this one can save the otherwise mundane outfit. As for Matt Forio as Ed Wood, I mean, fucking A+ right there. That's probably the only A+ Ed Wood will ever see in his afterlife. Welcome to the village. Someone's about to bring some lyrical gold. And we're kicking things off with the first movie name drop. You got no talent, Eddie. Go back to fighting in the war. Well, it's about time I talked about this. Saying go fight in the war is not a diss. What Shyamalan basically said to him was, go back to being a hero for our country, piece of shit. Makes no sense, doesn't it? Call me Oliver because, well, I'm filled with plot twists. Obligatory reference to an old battle moments, but I want to say, that is not a twist effect you're doing on the font. That's a flip. This is a twist effect. No one liked your shit, at least I've actually made some well-known flicks. That would also be applied to Ed Wood, because even though all his movies are bad, you can't say they're not well-known. I mean, do I have to bring up gems like Plan 9 and Glen or Glenda? Speaking of which, did you know Plan 9 has a 66% on Rotten Tomatoes? Thought that was interesting. Films are just fake and dull, my films are unbreakable. Numero dos for the Countero. Your name is lost among others. Oh, for fuck's sakes, man, why? Why'd you have to do that? And why did Xander leave it in? Your name is lost among others, and that is just unmistakable. What's unmistakable is how you missed this shoddy jump cut. My sixth sense is telling me that I'm gonna leave your ass beat. I'm pretty sure that's just your mental thought. My sixth sense is telling me I have to take a shit. Just like your dresses, you should've never crossed me. Although this is a double reference to both Ed's cross-dressing and his Glen or Glenda movie, I won't add that to the counter because he didn't blatantly say the name of the movie, but if you think it should count, then I messed up.
Go astray, release the buffalo herd, and banish you to Cascabar.
Wow, did Ed really just say, go back to your country? Well, it was the 1900s, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Shove your curry down your throat.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely him being racist.
Shove your curry down your throat for more than ruining Avatar.
Actually, it's not called Avatar, it's called The Last Airbender, so there shouldn't be on the counter.
Well, fuck you, it's going in anyway.
Figure with the Sixth Sense,
Alright, why not?
you would know when to stop. Hell, you made so many flops.
If we're talking box office wise, the only real dud he had up to 2014 was Lady in the Water, which only made $72 million on its $70 million budget. Most of his other films, thanks to their low budgets, have either made a small profit or have broken even. Hell, even The Last Airbender made some money.
Hell, you made so many flops. You should seek a job at IHOP.
IHOP reference because, I don't know, maybe they were hungry at the time. Hell, you made so many flops. God, I want some IHOP right now. Where the hell did this come from?
I see dead people. And they're all of your fans.
I see all of your dead fans too. You know, because it's been several decades since your films came out and you died in 1978. It's accurate.
I have a sinister urge to kick your ass.
I like they had to keyframe him in this part. What, can Matt Forio not physically jump?
I have a sinister urge to kick your ass to space. That's my 9th plan.
Hey, that's a 2-for-1 special!
I have a sinister urge to kick your ass to space. That's my 9th plan.
What were plans 1 through 8 then? Do you drug him in his sleep?
You criticize my work, I'll have to fight. M. Shyamalan.
Not bad.
Put my gas before it's time for
The subtitle says, now get the hell out of my set, but it sounds like he said, now pump my gas. What happened that made you type a completely different line?
Put my gas before it's time for lights, camera, action.
You piece of shit, you took my intro bit! Uh-oh, the master hand is taking him away.
Shut the hell up, Wood. You're only known because of me!
As you may have guessed, this is indeed a Royale. Froggy's costume of Burton is alright, but the background. This looks like an optical illusion of sorts. No texture seems to belong with the other. Maybe that was the intention, but I don't know.
Shut the hell up, Wood. You're only known because of me!
This brings up an interesting dilemma. Do I add Wood's name as a movie name drop because Burton's movie is called Ed Wood? And if so, do I have to constantly add a number to the counter every time they drop his name? I'm gonna go with no, because that would be too much for me. And everybody knows I'm a lazy fuck.
I'm the grittiest, darkest, demented director you'll ever see!
Well, pal, let me introduce you to one Victor Salva.
I'll cut you up like scissor hands
Another one.
and slice you like Sweeney!
And another one.
And when I'm done, there'll be no one to sew you up like Frankenweenie!
And another one. Good God, give us a break.
Shyamalan, be quick and get gone! Give us signs you...
Oh, come on, this is getting ridiculous.
Give us signs you won't come back!
Hey, Shyamalan, I think you should be looking a little bit more forward than upwards right now. What the fuck? Is that a house light?
I'll kick your ass so fast with a Danny Elfman soundtrack!
Well, at least this one's not a movie name drop, but ay, Anthony, you ain't no Elfman. What's up? I was in Spider-Man.
I'll kick your ass so fast with a Danny Elfman soundtrack! Willy Wonka!
Thanks for putting in the logo, by the way. I would have never guessed what movie he was talking about if he didn't.
Pee-wee Herman!
Thanks for the picture, too. Do we really need that?
Drink that biz my bitch!
Do I consider this line poorly aged or not?
Don't you two get out of film and suck my black and white dick!
Hey, little advice. Don't make your text black in front of black clothing because I can't see what has been written down.
Black and white, think about you, sucker Hitchcock.
Okay, points for that pun, but I am not thrilled about this casting choice for Alfred. The guy wasn't very thin back then, you know? And those cotton balls wrapping around his ears and that very obvious bald cap. You really had no other choices besides Froggy? And if he didn't, why did he not use a pillow to tuck in his clothes?
The master of suspense has come to show you what is thought.
I could see a piece of his real hair in that side shot. Christ.
I'm a killer on the bike. Might as well call me Psycho.
Of course you would, cause God forbids we go through a verse without name dropping a movie.
Your makeup made me white, Tim. You aren't so bright though.
It may be white, but you're not so... What the hell does that even mean?
Tim, you aren't so bright though. Ugh.
Oh god, even Alfred was confused by that line.
I'm suffering from my vertigo at the fact that you all employed.
I'm suffering from it too because of all these damn movie names I have to keep track of.
Alfred Hitchcock presents 3 amateurs get destroyed.
That one is not a movie, but I'm counting it anyway.
Would I eat you like the birds?
Ew, he's a cannibal!
Would I eat you like the birds? You're a failure since birth.
If I was told I was a failure at birth by Alfred Hitchcock of all people, I probably would have went through the same mental breakdown as Ed Wood did in his later years.
Shyamalan, your rhyme is worse than your movie After Earth.
I really have nothing else to say about these lines besides add that to the counter.
After Earth, please. I'm the god of Middle Earth.
Yeah, this ain't doing it for me. Sorry, Xander. At least you put a pillow inside your shirt, unlike Alfred.
After Earth, please. I'm the god of Middle Earth.
All of this ground over here, and you chose to stand in the damn river. It makes sense if you don't think about it.
And my movies make more money than all 4 of you are worth.
Best number in total I can get adding up all their net worths is about $400 million. Probably not accurate, but it doesn't really matter because Peter Jackson's total box office earnings is, well, it's no contest.
Then all 4 of you are worth. You think you stand a chance against me? You're terribly wrong because in not too long I'll make you fall harder than King Kong.
Why are you talking up close with your forehead? Or was it really that hard for you to see in those glasses?
Seen all of your works and it makes me brain dead.
I can get watching a couple of Ed Wood movies and some Shyamalan's, stinkers to put it lightly, but you're just being an unsatisfied asshole right now.
I might just die of renal failure, like Alfred.
You mentioned brain dead just a second ago, so I don't know why you jumped to renal failure being your undoing.
You shall not pass.
You shall not! Nah, screw it, this joke isn't good enough.
I already gained my victory. Hell, I make it with the pants more than Stan Lee.
Oh, nice. Insult your demographic. You truly are a director for novel adaptations.
Stanley? Here's Stanley!
Okay, not gonna lie, I actually thought they were gonna bring in Stan Lee. But he's not a director, why would they use him for this battle? Exactly, that's just how 2014 ERBP rolls. I mean, wasn't this supposed to be about bad directors?
Here's Stanley! Gonna hit you harder than a cube!
That's a really crap Stanley Kubrick outfit. Look at that damn mustache that constantly looks like it's gonna fall off his face. Retakes? What is that?
Here's Stanley! Gonna hit you harder than a cube!
That's not how you spell his name. I'm shocked I caught that considering how much the subtitles colors blended with the background, which makes it impossible to see what the hell was tied down.
Alfred, you can't do shit, and Burton, you just make me sick!
Careful, Stanley, you're gonna choke from all that filler.
Beating me will be clockwork because I'm always shining!
Stop, I can't handle these 2-for-1 specials.
Call me the prince because I bake.
Dude, fix your fucking mustache.
Call me the prince because I bake my work off as the king!
You're no prince. You're a jester at best.
Jackson, your movies are clearly of bad taste.
How? Answer me that.
But not as disturbing as the sight of M. Night's face!
The sight of you grabbing a camera like you're doing a vlog while your mustache slowly falls off your face is more disturbing than some dude who made Avatar.
I'm the shining star of the directors.
Okay, you made the reference already. We don't need to hear it again.
I'm the shining star of the directors. Listen to what I've said.
Oh, come the he's sticking the damn thing back on his face. Why did you keep that in?
Track this mission like my name was HAL 9000 and leave you for dead.
I don't care about you anymore. Well, hell now, doesn't this beat sound familiar? It sounds like the one from ERB's Stephen King vs. Edgar Allan Poe, which came out 7 days before this. Ain't that some shit?
I'm sorry, Stan, but I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
What can he do then? Turn your volume down? Because you're louder than everything else we have heard up to this point.
The god of filmmakers come to show up, you wanna.
Who the hell is that? That is not Steven Spielberg. That is a goddamn hobo dressed up like an imitation of Steven Spielberg. Like, that is just not good.
He's my rapping sound at this world, I'm like an MCET.
Oh, that sucked. McKeet.
Hear my roar, kick your ass apart, Jurassically.
Why is this dude not standing in the center? Just move a little bit to the left.
I'll be venturing like Tintin.
Oh my god, is every line of his gonna contain a name drop?
I'll be venturing like Tintin and massacring you drastically.
Wait, so if drastically is not a play on the word of drastically as you say it here, then what the hell is that word supposed to mean?
I'll show some jobs when I'm murdering with these words.
Holy shit, he really is gonna name drop every movie of his with every line. I'd say you were doing good up until now, but, that counter says otherwise.
This battle's like Private Ryan, except nobody's saving you, nerd.
Did mucus get caught in Cam's throat there? This battle's like Private Ryan, except nobody's saving you, nerds!
Never spits his honor again, so catch me if you can.
Actually, end yourself.
None of you had a chance for this battle begun.
Says you. Holy crap. They really just went and gave up with his verse after all that. Guess that's on me for thinking they'd learned their lesson from their last projects. Anyways, that was Ed Wood vs. M. Night Shyamalan by ERB Parodies. Not terrible, but not that exciting either. The costumes range from pretty good to pretty mediocre to just what the hell is this? The audio mixing is iffy at best. Sometimes it gets loud, sometimes it gets quiet, and then in that one instance where Spielberg talked before his verse began, it was so damn loud I don't know how they didn't see the audio track and realize one part of it was peaking too high. The editing's fine, it's not as much on the nose as some of the other battles they made in the past, but the backgrounds sometimes just look lazy. Like Spielberg's isn't even a background at all, it's just stock footage of a lens flare. You know, that would have been an appropriate background for J.J. Abrams, not Spielberg. Just want to point that out. But where this battle falls apart is in its lyrics. Like I've said many times before, having an overabundance of references in your lines do not make for good lyrics. It actually does the opposite and makes your battles sound like you're citing a Wikipedia list. And when it's not name dropping a bunch of movies, it's just the rappers spouting insults at each other with no substance to them whatsoever. This could have been a very good battle had they put in more effort into the writing, but as it stands, you're just better off watching ERB's version of a director battle instead. I'm giving M. Night Shyamalan vs. Ed Wood an overall rating of 5 out of 10. Oh, and one more thing. So they've been name dropping all of these like movies and such, but I just realized they never name dropped Batman. Like with Ed Wood, you know, he has, you know, the Play Night from Outer Space, and like Shyamalan has The Sixth Sense and Avatar and what have you, but they never once mentioned Batman for Tim Burton. And that just kind of like perplexed me. Like, how can you overlook one of his more well-known movies? I don't know, it's just... it was racing in my head this whole time, and I just had to let it go somehow. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm taking a nap.